year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
There's a lot of realtors in, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-49-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Some kids worry about making the sports team. Others worry about where they'll sleep tonight. In Lincoln, 300 kids are in need of a safe and loving home. Cedars is here for them, but we do need your help. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further. I'm Jim Blue, president of Cedars Organization, and I'm asking you to go to givetolincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at High
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is hiring looking for a garage door installation and service technician with a clean driving record. Experience is not required as they will train for the positions. However, mechanical aptitude is required. To come be a part of a small business where your family, not just an employee, call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today to apply at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840. Steve's Garage Doors and Services.
It's May, and that means the school year's almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Warm weather calls for fun in the sun and in the pool. If a backyard pool is in your summer plans, make electrical safety your priority. Visit les.com/safety to keep your family safe.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. Misty outside, a little cloudy.
It's a misty Monday morning.
Football weather.
It is. In June and May.
Line them up.
Folks, it is Monday. We have a short day of programming today, at least on air.
Oh, on air.
Because radio. Can I finish the sentence?
No. Why do we always do this?
Because you let me. I wanted to finish talking.
You mislead our listeners.
when you interrupt, I miss. When you interrupt me,
I'm just going to let it play out for now.
Folks, we are done with regular broadcast.
I thought this was going to be a peaceful week.
And there we go again. Here we go. At 10 o'clock, Nick will take over because high school baseball all day at Warner Park before I was rudely interrupted. So again, 8 to 10, it's the drive. And then 10 o'clock, Nick takes over, and it's high school baseball until what time is it? Is it 6 o'clock?
Until the baseball games end. We
Until
don't
they're
know.
done. So it's over.
It could end early. It could end late. I don't know.
Well, you want me to interject or?
Well, yeah, maybe when I'm.
The last game is scheduled
7 o'clock.
to start at 7, but on Friday they were speeding through them because of the threat of serious weather. So as soon as the game ended, 30 minutes after that, they would start the next game.
They were ready
and
to
the
roll.
first game that we had was Millard West and Grand Island. Millard West won that in 5 innings, 10-0. So that one ended real quick.
So there is a run rule in high school baseball.
There is, yes.
Because I was wondering about that because I was listening.
I think it's 8 after 5.
I had to go do something for work, and I turned the radio back on, and I'm like, "You guys were on the air," and I'm like, "What happened to the baseball game?" And then I was like, I heard 10-0. I go, there must have been a run rule.
Yeah, it's 8 after 5. So today's games in order go: Grand Island and Gretna play at 10. I have to make sure that I get all this right, so I make sure. Bellevue West and Papillion La Vista South play at 1. Millard West and Creighton Prep play at 4. And then Lincoln East, the Lone Lincoln School, and Elkhorn South play at 7.
Who is the number 1 seed?
Millard West.
Millard West. They're always right there. Yeah. They're always.
It was funny because listening.
Do
to
we
Nick,
root for Lincoln East, AD, or are they sort of like Creighton?
No, I can root for East.
Okay,
I can root for East. They're a long way from Creighton. Yeah,
it's.
Well, I don't know, like going to Lincoln High and going.
Yeah, I can go for any Lincoln school.
All right,
yeah, any Lincoln school.
Well, as long as in the tournament. Okay. I mean, I'll go for Lincoln.
Except for Northeast. Not big on Northeast. No,
not a big Rockets guy.
They're on the north side.
Okay. That checks out. Listen to Nick talk about like Millard West and like even Lincoln East. He's just like saying like, oh, this person going to Missouri and this person going to Vanderbilt and this person going to Nebraska. Just like all of these Division I players. And I'm just like, wow, that would suck to play against them.
Against
Millard West.
Yeah, this has been for years. This has been for years, but they've had. I mean, it's just ridiculous how many good ball players they've had. And Gretna,
I think Max Anderson went to Millard West.
I think he did. Gretna has historically been somewhat decent. Also, the other school up there. Oh, I forget the other one, but Millard West is always there. They're always there.
Well, they had the one kid that's going, I believe, to Arkansas that hit the 2 home runs. And he'd only had like 3 home runs the entire year. And then he has 2 in the first game. I'm like, okay, guess he's got some pump.
Solo shot in the first and a grand slam in the second or the third.
Do you think Nick's voice gets crazy tired after announcing that many baseball games?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Good gosh, man, that would be rough.
So he's just going to hang out on a boat over the weekend.
Pistol Pete Ferguson says East Raff class of 91.
Oh, yeah.
Eric says bleep Lincoln East and bleep you Raff Rockets all day. Starting off hot this morning.
All right, here we go. Let's get it.
Cheeseburger says I think Raff had Tourette syndrome, just randomly yelling stuff at UAD. Broncos.
Oh, man.
Raff misleads the listeners by talking about the Broncos winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, well, they are.
Very
misleading. It's
misleading.
not misleading.
Well, they have to get to 10 wins first.
Actually, that's not even a mislead. That's a lie. I mean,
lock.
As Vershawn or Terrell might say, well, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
It is. It is. What's not a lie, folks? We got a full show for you for this morning. Husker women, of course, which we'll dive into that here shortly as well. Get a berth into the Big Ten tourney. Was talking to John Squire yesterday across the yard. I was on the deck with the family eating dinner and eating lunch for Mother's Day, and Squire's pretty pumped about that one. They dropped a game. We'll get into that. We'll also talk about in college football, 10 of the most dangerous teams coming into college football. We have history. We have RGT. Raff's good take. Of course, we'll have history. And we're going to go off what they talked about, what everyone's talking about right now, the craziness of Ja.
Oh, Lord.
So definitely want to touch base on that. And Rico, also want to get into these firings they were talking about or what's going on in the NBA. These coaches that are getting fired that have been somewhat successful. And as Rav mentioned in the spillover, though, it's literally a what have you done for me lately business. But I mean, Milwaukee's coach, boot. He got the boot
real quick.
So we'll talk about that as well. And also we'll have the section of where you at. shout out to where you're listening at, what you're doing on this awesome new start to a day. It's Monday. It's rainy, but we're here. We'll be here all day with a lot of baseball as well. This is The Drive with AD, Raff. Rico, hold it down, and Nick is at Warner Park. Be calling games soon. We'll be right back on The Ticket.
Sandhills Global Hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Attention Lincoln. Looking for an effective way to reach the fitness goals you haven't been able to accomplish on your own? Body Fit Training science-based programming is led by multiple highly accredited coaches who will help you get the results you're capable of. Their group of strength training classes are designed to help you build muscle, burn fat, and improve overall fitness level. At BFT Lincoln, you'll train like an athlete, surrounded by motivated, like-minded individuals. For May only, get 1 week of classes for just $7 by visiting bodyfittraining.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, and employee assistance program or bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
When we're looking out for a homeowner, we're always keeping their budget in mind. We try to maximize things that are important to them.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
So we really try to maximize the size because 5 years from now, you can't just make your house bigger. The one thing I can tell you is that most builders in Lincoln, we all are about the same price. The difference comes in the products that we put in and the way we put in those products. The old saying you get what you pay for is pretty accurate in a home. If you put nicer windows in, you put nicer cabinets, it's going to cost a little bit more. You know, if things are important to you, then you want to do it. We can try to incorporate in your floor plan and get a house that you're going to be happy with.
Make your dream home reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Aloha is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Aloha has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Aloha as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Aloha communities.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Water heater gone? Call Bryant. The price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. And in most cases, same-day replacement. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111.
Vershawn Jackson for Brant Excavating. Brant's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brant is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brant Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrantExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brant Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brant.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is hiring. They are looking for a garage door installation and service technician with a clean driving record. Experience is not required as they will train for the position. However, mechanical aptitude is required. To come be a part of a small business where your family, not just an employee, call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today to apply at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840. Steve's Garage Doors and Services.
It's May, and that means the school year's almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. The summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93 and The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. Talking all things sports in Nebraska. Everything.
The Huskies.
The Huskies. How about the baseball team?
The Huskies got it done with a sweep over Penn State, man. That was big, bro.
Yeah.
Took them long enough.
So now I guess they're up to third in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they're locked in. They'll be in the Big Ten tournament in Omaha.
Phew.
So you could get your tickets now.
Phew.
That was big, Rico.
It was massive, especially they win, they sweep Penn State. Indiana loses one of their games, so that helps out.
That was even bigger, Indiana
Nebraska to make it into the Big Ten tournament. But you're not going to have to miss back-to-back years of the Big Ten tournament being in Omaha with no Nebraska.
Right. That would have been bad, bro.
Get your tickets now.
That would have
be
been
popping.
The Chuck, or what do we call it? The Chuck, the Schwab? What are we talking
Nick calls it the Schwab. He thinks it sounds fancier. I think the Chuck sounds like a baseball stadium, though. So
they probably wouldn't even.
I call it the Chuck.
They probably wouldn't even bid again next time it came up to have the Big Ten.
No, they're like, you know what? We're
good. We'll stick with Creighton. We're good.
Just not going to do this. Can we get the Big East tournament?
Because that's a lot of money that when Nebraska does not make it, but you got to hire like all the security and all that stuff, and then you're got 400 fans.
Nobody shows up.
Good game today.
They needed that win bad. We got this weekend is Purdue, I believe.
Yes.
Got Purdue coming up this weekend. It's going to be another one. Granted, they're locked.
Unless the games get rained out.
Unless some get this, like, yeah.
Shout out to last year.
They got it done. So big shout out to the Husker, Will Bolton, the Huskers baseball team getting that sweep in over Penn State was much needed. I even think you guys from a confidence standpoint, doing so well one game and the next two games not showing up. Or one game it was good to see consistency and see them get that done.
True that.
Women's softball. They didn't win. Ended up losing that game against Northwestern. But Northwestern's a heck of a softball team as well, though.
They are the Big Ten champions.
Yeah, for a reason.
They were a 1 seed going into the Big Ten tournament. They were a Women's College World Series team last season. They'll probably be one again this season. I think they're a 1 seed. They're hosting their own regional in the NCAA tournament. So losing to them isn't bad. It's just losing via run rule in 5 innings that kind of stings the most, especially if you look back at the other 3 games that Nebraska played against Northwestern. They had 2 close games and 1 not so close game. So you were thinking maybe it was time for another one, or maybe they could get one over on them. But unfortunately, Nebraska decided to, and this isn't like a shot at it, Nebraska decided to leave their bats at home, it seemed like, because they had no offense against Illinois, aside from the 2 clutch hits in the first inning that got them their 1 run, and couldn't muster up really any offense against Northwestern either. I think they got a hit in the first inning and then got nothing until the third when Courtney Wallace, who started the game as the pitcher, but handed over the reins to Sarah Harness, got a single up the right side, I believe, and that was their first hit in like 3 innings.
Yeah.
So the offense was severely lacking for the Nebraska softball team up in Illinois this weekend.
Talking with Squire and just they've definitely been struggling on the offense. Just the bats. They've been struggling with their bats.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about the ladies, though, they still find a way to stay in games, though. They're just kind of grinders. They just grind it out. But when those bats do get hot, they do get hot.
They get hot.
And they're going to need to get hot here quick.
Yeah, hopefully they can get hot for this regional as they head down to Stillwater, Oklahoma, the host site for the Oklahoma State Cowgirls. Is that what they're called?
Cowgirl.
I'm not sure if it's so the Cowgirls hosting that, and they will be joined by Wichita State, who is number 20 in the nation, and UMBC.
Guys, why is Wichita State always good, both in men's baseball and women's softball?
Because they come into Nebraska and poach some of the best players.
Really? Yeah. I mean, because I think about when we were growing up, Raff, and in college, Wichita State was always good.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's always good.
Yeah.
And then think about their basketball team, which cracks me up. They will not play – KU will not play them.
Nope.
They will not put them on their calendar. When I'm down, guys, Ted Gilmore, former Nebraska receivers coach, now the receivers and tight ends coach for Michigan State, is a good buddy of mine, and he grew up in Wichita. And he goes, man, for years, off and on. Even when Wichita State had a football program back in the day.
Yeah.
But he goes, historically, KU would not play Wichita State in basketball. They would not play them.
They already have to play Kansas State. They don't want to play another Kansas team and lose.
Exactly.
Well, that a lot of the Kansas, or were you saying Wichita State or Kansas? Kansas never want to play Wichita State.
Wichita State always wants to play Kansas.
Yes, that's what he was. Yeah.
So I was going to ask you: is there anybody that can even stick with Oklahoma for softball, or is Oklahoma pretty much anointed the champions?
It's looking like it's just going to be Oklahoma, and it's going to be who can not get run ruled by them. Wow. That's pretty much what it's going to come down to.
Their winning streak up to now?
It was 41 a couple weeks ago.
Good God.
However many games
ridiculous.
they played, because they ran through the Big 12 tournament.
41 straight wins.
I believe so. Yeah.
Goodness,
it's crazy. They don't lose.
They've had a couple close ones this year. They went out to UCLA, or they hosted UCLA. No, I think they went out to California and played UCLA. And for a while, it was close.
Yeah.
Jordy Ball kind of got hit up a little bit against UCLA, but they still came out on top.
It's nuts.
They just destroyed teams.
They haven't played it. So I don't know what's going on exactly in the softball world, but I saw Alabama got the 5th overall seed, and people freaked out about it. They think that it was just history that got Alabama the 5th seed. I don't know what their record is. I don't know how their season has gone, but apparently, according to people who pay attention to national softball more than I do, that is way too high of a seed for the Crimson Tide, who are historically a very, very powerful softball program.
What is their record overall? Alabama's one.
I'll have to check.
I'll have to check that out, see what their overall record is. Because Oklahoma, Raff, like you mentioned, they just, I knew it was something stupid. I didn't know it was 41 straight,
they're
man.
So good.
Let's see here.
Alabama softball is.
And while he's finding that, folks, give us a shout out. First, I got 2 questions. Where are you at this morning? We got that segment. Where are you at? Where are you listening at? What you got going on? Where are you listening from? Give us a shout out on the text line at 402-464-5685. Again, that's 402-464-5685. Text us where you at. And also, something special you did from Mama yesterday, if you're able to do that. Something special you did. Where you at? Something special you did for your Mama yesterday, how you spent it. Want to know where that's at. As we continue to talk about the Husker women's softball, getting it in. We know what time that game is, Ralph?
The
softball game? Rico, 7 o'clock next Saturday?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. next Saturday.
Rico will be there.
I'm not committing to that. So we have a problem.
We have a situation.
We have a problem. UNL's graduation is that Friday. My sister-in-law graduates from UNL. Softball plays that Friday at 6 p.m.
So wait a minute. She graduates Saturday or Friday?
Friday.
And the softball game is Saturday?
No, it's Friday.
Oh, well, it's not even you don't have a problem.
Softball.
Family first.
What? That's what I thought.
It's not even a problem.
Job first. Huskers first.
I can watch it. I think
we got to have priorities here. That's what's wrong with this state right now.
What are you talking about?
Not enough.
We
Husker
prioritize
priority.
family. It's on
You're
ESPN.
putting family ahead of Huskers. It's not right.
I feel like that's a good
why
thing.
he wonder why people get pissed at him for saying stupid stuff like
It's
that.
on
Oh no, there'll be people that agree with me. They're gonna be like,
It's on
Huskers.
ESPNU. I can watch it.
Yeah, you can.
I can
dude,
watch
your-
it tweet
your
from
niece-
home.
Your family graduates.
I would
college
love.
once.
I would love to be in. I've never been to Stillwater. I would love to be.
if they win, can you go the next day?
Probably.
There you go. Problem
next
solved. That's
I'd
what I
have
do.
to ask the bosses.
Family first.
That's what I thought.
Family first.
Well, even if they lose, they'll still play the next day.
Oh yeah, you're
There
in.
you go.
There you go. Problem
Cheryl
solved.
from Cheryl from Hallman. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, the only problem with this regional is they've played, and could be a problem, could not be a problem. They've played Oklahoma State and Wichita State this year already.
Okay.
They haven't won against them,
but they know what they're about.
Well, they do. They also played Oklahoma State last year in the same regional.
So who do they? So when we find out who we play?
We play Wichita State.
Wichita State,
first
which
game.
we talked about. But who we find out the winner of that game?
Who we play after depends on who wins the game. I think it's before Oklahoma State and UMBC play. If Nebraska loses, they play the loser of that game. If they win, they play the winner of that game. It's a double elimination regional, so all that. But they played Oklahoma State twice this year. They played Wichita State twice this year. They went down to Florida for the TaxAct Clearwater
I remember that.
Invitational.
Yep.
I got run ruled by Oklahoma State 10-0
Mhm.
in 5 innings. And then the next weekend, they went to the Troy Cox Classic, played Oklahoma State first game, lost 3-1.
Okay.
A lot closer.
Okay.
A couple weekends later, they go down to the Shocker Classic in Wichita. They lose to Wichita State in the first game 10-8. And then the second game that they play them, they lost 10-1 in 5 innings. So they've been run ruled by both teams, and they've played both teams within 2 runs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay.
Mark says Husker softball is family.
I don't know those girls like that.
Husker softball is family. Cheryl from Hallman. Morning, fellas. Listen, I'm right to the 4th of July town of Nebraska. Rico, do you know what the 4th of July town of Nebraska is? Since you just looked already.
I don't. I didn't look
Seward,
at it.
Nebraska.
Seward is?
Seward, Nebraska.
Why is Seward the 4th of July?
That is the home of Jack Russell.
A lot of explosives there.
A lot of explosives. Okay. Yeah, they have one of the best fireworks shows in the state. Actually, in the region, man.
Very potent fireworks show there.
Yeah, yeah. Giltner says, Giltner America, worked my butt off last month, gutting, remodeling bathroom to have it done by Mother's Day for my wife. Well done, Giltner. Well done, brother.
Nice.
Disc Golf Jake, listening at work at the Brave Beat CAC. My wife's supermom's request for the day was to watch the Celtics game. Oh, man. And order a Philly from the press box. I won the marriage lottery, I swear.
Damn.
Well done, Disc Golf Jake, man.
Well
That's
done.
a great one. We're definitely going to talk to NBA later on as well, though. But Rico, yeah, man, you can get a chance to do both of them next weekend, bro.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
You can do both. You can do both. Raph, you'll be what, North Platte next weekend?
Just Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday. What events going on?
Just some community. Yeah.
Community. Yeah.
I think they do like community sale. I think it's
something or another. You just know you have to go there with the lottery.
Yep. That's what I got to do, and I'll do it. I'll do it great. So if you're in North Platte, come say hi.
Do you have the winning tickets?
Always.
Okay. All right.
Nick gave us a shout out on the text, not on a text line, but a phone text. He goes, "Gosh, you guys sound great on a Monday."
Thanks. You want to join us? You can. You know how to get in the stream. Up on in.
He's
doing
good.
He's doing lineups right now. He's writing them in and getting them ready.
Oh, yeah.
Getting his notes ready.
He's got to write it all down.
Oh yeah.
Thomas and Lincoln said, just gave them my presents. Listening outside of Lincoln. Appreciate you, man. David from Renew says, Rav must be flying to North Platte.
I wish.
You just ask Rule for that private jet?
Yeah. I'll take it in intervals. I'll like stop a day in York and then Grand Island.
Speaking of Rule, is he just invited to every event that happens in Lincoln?
Yes, he's got the key to the city.
Yeah.
Is he just every, because he's been anytime any event has happened, he's gone backstage with somebody or been involved somehow, some way.
He's a man of the people.
So there's a comedy tour coming to Lincoln next month, I believe. And I'm just assuming that Matt Rule's going to be backstage talking with all of them.
I am interested.
And that makes me upset because I want to go because there are some very popular people that'll be there. The Fully Loaded Comedy Festival with Bert Kreischer, Big J. Okerson, Chad Daniels.
Dude, I've never heard of the two, but Big J. Okerson I have.
Yeah.
He is hilarious.
He is hilarious.
The other two I haven't heard of before.
Bert Kreischer, he's the fat dude that takes his shirt off.
Okay. I have to check them out.
He's great. He's hilarious. I saw him in Omaha.
Where are they going to be at?
PBA.
Oh, wow.
PIBA.
That's going to be
On
Raph,
June 25th.
Are you working that one, Raph?
No, I'll be in North Platte. Or when is it?
June 25th.
Oh, I'll be in North Platte.
Because you go from the 15th to the 25th, or
I go at 14th to the 25th. So
I got my tickets. I'll be there.
I was going to ask too, with Rule, do you think once he gets like a year in, will he still be making as many appearances, or is this just a thing that
Depends on how the year went.
Is this to where he's just trying to get acclimated with Nebraska fans?
Well, the thing about it is, dude, he's doing it the right way as far as being at those events because he's buying some cachet. You know, when you got to make some emotional deposits to the fan base, because you think about this, y'all. Bobby Bowden was revered, still is, God rest his soul, and he was probably there 2 or 3 years too long, but he had so much. He had built up so much of a relationship with the fan base. It was like, oh, how do we tell him? You know, they were
How do we tell him?
I mean, they were still doing okay.
Yeah.
But obviously it lost because how old was he? Was it 89 when he stopped coaching or something like that?
Nah, probably mid-80s.
He was mid-80s though, right?
384.
So he was up there when he kept going. You know, well, obviously Joe Paws was obviously the way that it went down. He was definitely stayed way too long, in spite of the other crap that was going on at Penn State. But you look at these coaches, man, who do an early job of building into their fan base because he realized that. Let's be honest, we were a very fractured fan base.
Yeah,
very fractured. And have just been losing ridiculously the past number of years. And, I mean, he realized, man, I got to do something to get embedded in this fan base right away. And so, like Raff said, he has a key to the city. But, again, on this show in particular, I can't speak for anyone else, but I'm saying for our show, trust but verify. I trust that they're doing the right things, but verification, again, it comes on Saturdays. Press conferences are nice. Luncheons that me and Raph went to and Jake joined us on last Wednesday. Those things are nice. Very articulate. The man can command the room, win the room. But that's nice. Command the football field. I want to see wins. All these things are nice. You have to win games, though. I mean, that's just take it away from Nebraska. Look at Milwaukee.
Yeah.
We'll get into that because Rico, you're a lot more knowledgeable on that. We'll get into that because it doesn't matter. You have to win in this day and age when there's so much money being spent. Let's bring it back to college again towards these programs. $145, $150 million plus facility we just built. You have to win games, man. You got to win games. What's that, Raph?
I was just reading text so we can read them when we
yeah.
Oh, Don, that made me cry. I was laughing.
When we come back, this segment is history, but history is coming up next. We got Rico holding it down with AD and Rav. Nick's getting ready to get fired up there at Warner Park for the state high school baseball tournament that's coming up. We'll be back on this side.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Nebraska's favorite vape shop.
Generation V.
Providing friendly, personalized service and the largest selection of vaporizers and e-liquid flavors in the state.
Generation V.
Generation V will beat or match any local competitor's price. With a huge selection, great service, and the lowest prices, Generation V is your one-stop shop for all your vaping needs.
Generation V.
With 4 Lincoln locations, visit us on the web at generationv.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with word Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Attention Lincoln. Looking for an effective way to reach the fitness goals you haven't been able to accomplish on your own? Body Fit Training science-based programming is led by multiple highly accredited coaches who will help you get the results you're capable of. Their group of strength training classes are designed to help you build muscle, burn fat, and improve your overall fitness level. At BFT Lincoln, you'll train like an athlete and be surrounded by motivated and like-minded individuals. For May only, get 1 week of classes for just $7 by visiting bodyfittraining.com.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carryout, or schedule a catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
Garage Doors and Services is hiring. They are looking for a garage door installation and service technician with a clean driving record. Experience is not required as they will train for the positions. However, mechanical aptitude is required. If you want to come be a part of a small business where you're family, not just an employee, call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today to apply at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840. Steve's Garage Doors and Services.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's efforts. It's the entire dealership. Sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
This is Jay Foreman. When I played football for Nebraska and in the NFL, I wore protective gear to safeguard my health. Today, I'm not only protecting my health, but everyone in our community by staying up to date with the bivalent COVID vaccine. Update your protection with the bivalent COVID vaccine while it's still free. Find out more at healthylincoln.org. That's healthylincoln.org.
A lot of businesses say that they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business feels anything but for your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, as they do with customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is proudly sponsored by Florio's Italian Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School at 14th and Pine Lake. Stop by for dinner Monday through Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m. and for lunch and dinner on Friday through Sunday. Friday and Saturday, they're open 11 to 10, and Sunday, they're open 11 to 9. They have pasta, seafood, steaks, chops, plus other great Italian dishes. And, of course, they got Italian wine. So get by there, Florio's.
Yes, indeed. I was just with Bess the other evening at the lounge, man. Bess, the owner of Florio's.
Good dude.
Great guy, great food, great ambiance, great environment. And Raph, you know what time it is, man.
It's time now. Punting.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much of biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Oh, boy. You had to do it.
I got nothing for you.
Right.
I try so hard.
What did he call
so
us?
hard. Everybody's so mean to you. I try so hard.
Rico called
you
us
make
the
it
doctors.
so hard.
He does. He sets himself
The
up. Man.
doctors.
What do you say?
Damn
doctor?
repulsive singing.
The doctors.
There it goes every time.
I don't want to be Nick. I don't want to be mean.
Ray says,
Stop it.
Rico just looked at you like this, right? He just goes,
just starts
shaking his
Just
head.
Stop it.
I was just waiting for my time.
Raph, you couldn't wait for that part either, could you?
Oh, I was ready.
You're going to have to keep waiting.
Ray says, thanks a lot, Raph. Now I'm hungry. That's the whole point of the message, to get you hungry.
Go get you some.
Oreos.
Subliminal messaging.
Jeremy the Grill Master. Dang it, Jeremy, I still got to post that picture of us, man. Jeremy the Grill Master here at work at Lincoln, man. Good to hear from you this morning, Jeremy. Hope all is well. Chase B, don't know much about the bugs I took.
Don't know much about the bugs I took.
He's done with it. He should be graduating, even though he won't go to his own graduation ceremony. This man, okay.
Nick's not going?
No, so this
He's
man
fishing.
put in all that
He's what?
work for
Going fishing.
4 years. Isn't gonna. I don't know if they walk, but isn't
Yeah, they walk.
gonna go there.
Yeah?
You're going fishing.
Isn't gonna walk.
There's a lot of folks that
Going
don't go.
fishing.
What are you doing?
Man, my mom, I wasn't going
4 years.
I wasn't gonna go to my mom. My mom said, "The heck, you not? Yes, you are going." She goes, "Boy, you're going to that graduate." And I'm glad I did.
I went, but man, I had a couple beverages the night before. Ooh,
Of course you did.
rough little ceremony that was.
I graduated in
Raph, you're
December.
about you're going. Can we speed this up, please?
Yeah.
I graduated in December,
thi-
so I had my ugly Christmas sweater on underneath my robe or whatever. So
Yeah.
we were good
Got
to
it
go.
done.
And then it was I think Peter Uberoth was the speaker, and it was so boring. And I was just like, let it in. And he spoke for like an hour. I was like, oh, this is horrible.
He was trying to prepare you for the rest of your life, and you were like,
Yeah.
"Ugh."
But meanwhile, Wisconsin this weekend, you see who they had speak for their commencement?
Who?
Jim Rome,
Oh wow,
because his son was graduating.
that's cool.
I was like, oh, I wish Jim Rome would have spoke at my graduation.
Sometimes you luck out with the speakers at graduations. Be like, oh man, I'd rather get a root canal with no medication before
We
I listen
had
to this again.
somebody important. I don't remember who it was.
I don't know who ours was either.
Somebody important. A lot of titles.
A lot of titles.
That's what I remember. I was like, wow, you are
would-
accomplished.
You would figure though, for some of these graduations, some of them get it right. They end up bringing in someone message, and not all, but sometimes doesn't even relate to the students that are graduating.
Yeah.
I'm like, they basically, what you just said, they basically just heard that for 4+ years at that institution.
Yep.
And I'm not saying it always has to be entertainment. Give somebody something with some entertainment a little bit. Obviously some life stories that relates to them, what they're going to be dealing with. But when they bring in sometimes some of these political speakers, they're talking about, politics. Like, that's not the place.
The future is now.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Matthew, we can't wait for you to come back in. He says, good to hear you guys start on Monday. I'll bring some breakfast in again soon for you guys. Yeah, I
Please
will
do.
definitely break my intermittent fast when he comes in. I'm like, I'll start again tomorrow.
Not going to be upset about that.
He posted a picture this weekend. I was like, oh my
It's just heavenly. Don texted in, joining on the show late. I know I'll do my penance later. Have we covered the Husker TNF champ? Yeah, Rico's going to talk about right now.
We'll
the track and
hit
field
on that.
championship. On
We're
the
gonna
next
do history,
segment.
then I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, with Rav looking like he's going to a powerlifting competition. You mean his shirt? That's just medium. Yeah, it's just medium shirt.
What you gonna do when Raffamania runs wild on you, brother? That's pretty good.
I mean, it was okay.
Not bad. Better than
Oh
my
man.
You need a more gravelly voice.
What you gonna do, brother?
There you go. That's better.
The American Nightmare. They need to make a soundtrack with all the ticket songs and put them on CD. We should do that, American Nightmare. We should do that. David from Renew says, news break, Raff was drinking. He goes, same could be said about me, though. Oh, man.
I like to have a good time.
Thomas and Lincoln said, I also do like that Nick decides to show up to the show that doesn't have his name on it, but he likes to skip on the show that has his name on it.
You won't be skipping anymore.
Oh, he's got a full slate today, Thomas and Lincoln. He got a full slate. Let's go to history first, folks. We got the one that a few of them actually today in history. TV show appearance, 1968, Paul McCartney and John Lennon appear on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson to promote Apple Records. Joe Gargiola is a substitute host. That was in 1968. And a thing a lot of people don't realize is those two get along.
Name again, AD?
Johnny, we're just going to call him. We're just calling him Joe G.
No, come on.
Say it again.
What's the name?
Give it to us.
Garagolea.
Well done.
Garagolea.
I don't know.
At least I think that's how you pronounce it. Joe Garagolea.
Garagolia.
Thank you, Mr. Webster's Dictionary. Never, always interrupting.
Gargle
Here we go again.
It's all of course, you guys that know Raff is never wrong.
Well, when you're saying Joe Garagoli, they're probably like, why is this on a sports?
Gargle ravioli. That's
why is this on sports history? But when you say Garagola, then they're like, oh, baseball player, yeah.
I could care
Look
less.
at AD's just shooting.
I could care less about Joe.
AD
I could
shoots
care less
eye
about your
lasers at
commentary.
me.
Garagiola.
Garagiola.
You're not
See, you weren't exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Thank you, Mark. He always thinks he's right, man.
I was.
He always thinks he's
What
right.
are you
Thanks,
doing?
Mark. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
There it is. Be mean to Ralph.
Gargabaloli.
Be mean to Ralph Day
He
again.
goes, say that word again, AD.
Garagola.
Say word again, AD.
Can you say that name?
Yeah, Ralph, how about you say it right?
Can you say that?
Garagola.
No, Mark said it right.
No, he didn't.
Mark said, it's because, why not? Because it's not you saying it?
It's Garagola.
I believe Mark.
I believe Mark.
I believe Ralph.
And you know what, guys? Guess what? I don't even care. I was like, I don't even care. I don't even care.
He cares.
I don't care.
He cares.
I know words. I have the best words.
In 1993, and Ralph, you may remember this. Rico, you wouldn't because you're old enough yet. I remember this as I was going by there. A concrete seating section in the lower southeast end zone, Memorial Stadium, collapses.
Whoa.
There were no injuries in the incident, which occurred right before 9 a.m. on a Monday, affected 189 seats in rows 6 through 13 and section 14. The incident led to repair in the south end zone elsewhere in the stadium. Annual inspection of the stadium engineers were also established. You remember that happened, Ralph?
Thank you, Elisa's dad. Thank you, Pete.
When was that?
Yeah, I do. 1993. I think it was during summer. But
during the summer.
But
so
now that's where when that happened, that's when they put in like the wheelchair section and stuff like that. So they turned it into a positive.
One of our
my
equipment
mom was
managers
pregnant with me
in 1993.
Yep.
One of our equipment managers literally had just walked under it. Literally.
That's crazy.
Seconds before. And I'm not sure if Doak is listening or not, but if Doak, if you are, help me out who that manager was. Because I remember one of our managers was walking underneath that, going back to the locker room.
That's crazy.
Right before that happened, that whole thing just collapsed.
That's terrifying.
Imagine, it's terrifying. Imagine if that was a game where that was going, when that happened. The casualties or obvious injuries that would happen. That'd have been horrible. Well, at least Dad said I vote Raff.
Thank you.
Pecan pie. Raff is right. Mark is wrong. I have no idea who's
Keep
right
on
wrong.
bringing it.
I vote Mark.
Chase B says ticket CD highlights include Sam Cooke, Raff's good take, lost my baby in a pool game. When Terrell sings that song, dude.
I lost my baby in a
And
pool
and Terrell's singing that from his heart. He's bringing his heart in that song, man.
Georgia soul.
I don't know who he lost in pool game, but he is. Oh no.
Mark, he says, I am wrong. I looked it up. Mark, you didn't have to admit it, but thanks for being honest.
Mark's never wrong.
So that's where we're at. What's that?
Happy birthday.
Go ahead.
George Brett turned 70 today.
Wow.
No freaking way.
70.
Dude, it seemed like he was just playing.
70.
You think he's still yelling about pine tar?
Oh, always. And then
Wow.
Emmitt Smith. How old do you think Emmitt Smith turned today?
I would say Emmitt's probably, 53, 54?
That a boy,
Nice.
54.
I almost because I just remember he's probably about 4 or 5 years way older than
That-
but goodness. He
George
doesn't.
Brett,
It doesn't seem like
70.
he's George Brett. Emmett, I can see we're in that same kind of category 5 or 6 years, but Brett, I would not have said 70. I would have said like maybe 65, 64.
That's crazy.
Well, folks, what else is crazy we have coming up for you next? 10 college football teams that'll be on the lookout for this year. And also, Rico's going to fill us in on some track and field as they had a very successful season. We'll be back. Rico holding it down for Nick. Nick's at Warner Park. Again, stay tuned. After we're done at 10 o'clock, Nick will be calling high school state baseball all day long. Raff and Nick, you guys know baseball quite a bit, though. So you got to join him one of these times.
One of these days.
One of these days, you'll join him up there in the box.
I'm gonna be like Monty, the best play-by-play man in the business. if you know which movie that's from, feel free to text it in.
Text it in. Folk, a break from our partners. We'll be right back on The Drive. 947 a ticket.
This
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM for 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Shopping for insurance can be a frustrating and tedious task. Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln has a full staff of licensed professional agents who will do the work all for you. Brokers utilizes over 20 insurance companies to save their clients money. Brokers Insurance Agency will always do what is in the client's best interest and will find the best program to fit your needs. Call Brokers Insurance Agency today at 402-420-5353 to get a quote today, or find us online at brokersinsurancene.com.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. For a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street, or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carryout, or schedule a catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
When we're looking out for a homeowner, we're always keeping their budget in mind. We try to maximize things that are important to them.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
So we really try to maximize the size, because 5 years from now, you can't just make your house bigger. The one thing I can tell you is that most builders in Lincoln, we all are about the same price in the products that we put in and the way we put in those products.
The old saying, you get what you pay for, is pretty accurate when you're building a home. If you put nicer windows in and you put nicer cabinets, it's going to cost a little bit more. You know, if those things are important to you, then you want to do it. We can try to incorporate in your floor plan and get a house that you're going to be happy with.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brand.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
When we're looking out for a homeowner, we're always keeping their budget in mind. We try to maximize things that are important to them.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
So we really try to maximize the size, because 5 years from now, you can't just make your house bigger. The one thing I can tell you is that most builders in Lincoln, we all are about the same price. The difference comes in the products that we put in and the way we put in those products.
The old saying, you get what you pay for, is pretty accurate when you're building a home. If you put nicer windows in and you put nicer cabinets, it's going to cost a little bit more. If those things are important to you, then you want to do it. We can try to incorporate in your floor plan and get a house that you're going to be happy with.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday, and yes, Major League was the movie. Monty, the best color commentator in the business. He's a man of not many words.
Dude, it was hilarious.
Oh my!
I gotta watch that movie. It's been a few years since I've seen it, but it's one of those movies when it's on, I watch no matter what or where it's at. What's your favorite part? I believe, Rico, you've seen that movie, haven't you? Major League?
No. Ball 1, ball 4, ball 8, just a bit outside.
Yeah, there's a lot of good clips from that one. We still got.
You hear the wind?
Yeah.
Here,
Nick, morning.
Are you
man.
there, Nick?
Hey, we're doing just fine out here.
There he is.
It's a little bit of a chillier day than it was on Friday, but it's a good day here still at Warner. I think here's the thing: I looked up my Weather Channel app and it said rain possible at 10 a.m. and I thought, well, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
So we might be in for a little bit of a couple delays here, but we're gonna get 4 games in, even if it keeps me here till 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we'll be just fine.
This guy,
Nick, give us Rico already kind of let the listeners know who's coming up on tap, but give us what's up on tap and what games you looking forward to today.
Well, I mean, so we're going to start out with 2 elimination bracket games. So I mean, it's really win or go home here for these 2 guys. I always find it fascinating because in state tournaments, even like in districts here, let me try to get out of the wind and block the wind a little bit.
That wind makes your hair look good, though.
No, it does not. Let me tell you. Unfortunately, we're outside for the first game. The Storm Chasers need to get a couple more press boxes, and I guess I got to get here 3 hours before first pitch. So
subtle shade.
I am not mad at the people.
I am.
I just, it's a little disappointing. I pull into Warner at 8:10 a.m. and every press box is full because the Grand Island radio folks thought that the game started at 9 a.m. instead of 10, so they got here at 7. So we're not mad about it. We're just going to power through this first game. So it's always interesting, though, for me, guys, because when you're in a district or a state tournament, the question that I always ask head coaches too is whether or not they pitch their best guy game 1, because it's so interesting. Because it's like, do you want to pitch your best guy at the start and try to get off 1-0? Where if you're Grand Island in Friday's case, you're playing the best team in the state, far and above in Millard West, and so. It's like, do you want to? I'm not saying fold in the towel, but maybe have more of a bullpen style type of game where you're throwing your second best arm, and because all the teams that made it to the state tournament have a good 1 and 2 guy, so they have 2 good guys, and so it's like, do you start your second best pitcher, or and save your ace for either the second round in the winners bracket game or the elimination game when it's win or go home, and it seemed like everybody threw their ace on Friday, so now. It's an interesting kind of question and situation we have here is now who does each side go with? But first up at 10 a.m., it's the 4 seed, the Gretna Dragons, going up against the 8 seed Grand Island Islanders. And so Grand Island had a 10-0 loss. They were the only run rule of the week yesterday or last week on Friday. But like I said, it came to a very, very good Millard West team that had 3 home runs, 2 of them by the Creighton commit Nick Van Tyker on Friday. One of them was a solo shot to lead off the game. The other one was a grand slam that came in the 4th inning, I believe. Here, I have my little scorebook. Yeah, the 4th inning. And in that same inning, we had another 2-run blast from Peyton Moore for Millard West that basically gave them a 10-0 lead. But, I mean, they got a good start out of their starting pitcher, Cohen Nelson, on Friday. Now we'll see where they go next. I think talking on Friday, they have another guy by the name of Cohen that I believe is their number 2 guy. So similar name, but different pitcher. For Gretna, they lost to Creighton Prep, the 5 seed, because Creighton Prep had an unbelievable outing by their pitcher, Bez Poyasny. And so he went complete game, 7 innings, beat Gretna on Friday. And so that's our first game. Then at 1 p.m., it's Bellevue West and Papillion La Vista South in another elimination game. And then it's the winners bracket games. And we'll start with Millard West and Creighton Prep. And then the nightcap in Lincoln East and Elkhorn South. That Millard West Creighton Prep game, guys, going to be really interesting because Creighton Prep can't measure up the bats with Millard West. I don't know if anybody can, but if they get another quality outing from their starter, they're going to be just in the thick of that one.
You know, I'm hoping the weather holds out for you, man. Nick, will you be able, so will you have to call that game outside?
Yeah, so I'll call. I mean, the first one, I called the first one on Friday outside as well between Grand Island and Millard West, and then I will call this first one outside, and then I will immediately move indoors.
Gotta go.
I have double checked with the proper people that, and I have them, reserve and will put my name on the booth in the indoor one after that the Grand Island people decide to leave. So
okay,
yeah.
Well, hopefully you can get inside and have a. Hopefully there's no rain, man. Hopefully there's no rain.
Yeah, me too. I mean, the good news is where I'm at up here. Here, I can always turn around the computer as well. So where I'm at up here, as you can see, Warner Park. It's still a pretty good view.
Oh, it's great
view
view
and stuff.
Absolutely great view.
I mean, it's a great view, and we are luckily covered pretty extensively up here. Even though if there's some rain, as long as it's not coming in from the northeast, we're going to be just fine. And hopefully the wind just stays out of my microphone for the most part. But no, we should be good. Connection's all good, obviously. You guys can hear me okay. I can hear you guys without any mumbling or cutting in and out. So we should be all good to go. And as long as my big old scorebook doesn't blow away, we're going to be just fine.
All good. Play ball.
I appreciate Rico sitting in for me. Hope you guys have a good rest of your Monday. I'm going to probably go get a bottle of water and I'm actually probably gonna go down the field, talk to some people. So we're gonna. I just want to say hi, and go Big Red, because that was a big sweep over the weekend for Penn State.
Love it. Yeah, absolutely. Nick, folks, that's Nick Sainer. Let's take a covering live from the state baseball high school tournament there at Warner Park. Games are coming up here in about 45 minutes. Nick will be calling those all day long here from the ticket. So definitely appreciate Nick checking in with us. Didn't look too bad out there. Your seat the view looks really good.
It'll be good. It'll be fine.
Absolutely.
Strong.
Absolutely. Rico,
hello.
Track and field did pretty well.
Yeah,
Talk to us about
they
it.
did. So I'm just gonna. I thought about making like a notes and just like having everybody in there, but there's a lot. So I'm just gonna scroll through the Nebraska track and field Twitter and let you guys know who did what. Because first off, the men's team won the Big Ten championship. They are Big Ten champions as a team for the first time since 2016.
Big.
Go Big Red.
That is, correct me if I'm wrong, text line. That is the first men's conference championship in quite some time in any men's sport.
Huh.
Well, let's see here.
Yeah. Bless you. I can't think of another one.
Just try to think of the last one. Because in women's sports, last year, softball.
Yeah.
What in the world?
They have bowling. National.
Well, there's no conference. I don't think there's a conference.
There's the conference. That's true.
What sport?
Volleyball. It's been a while just because of Wisconsin, but they've won it before.
Mm-hmm.
And the men's sports, it's been quite some time.
Yeah.
Football hasn't had one.
1999.
Basketball hasn't had one.
1994.
Baseball.
Baseball.
American Nightmare 2 years ago. Yeah.
Baseball.
2 years ago.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
We're back.
Oh man.
Woo!
I had to go through it.
Woo!
That was big.
We're back. Way to go, Huskers.
You forget about the baseball one because of the season that followed.
Yeah, it's a little rough
That's
around the
true.
edges.
That's true.
That's all right, though. We got one. Hang the banner.
Yeah, the COVID Big Ten Championship.
Hang
Yeah.
the banner.
Yeah, it's been a while. So it's good to see the men get that in, man.
But
Something
a
for
lot
men's
of
sports again.
a lot of Big Ten champions for the men's and women's sides. In the women's side, it started off with Tanisha Morris winning the hammer throw with a throw of, I'm not even going to bother you guys with the meters, 205 feet and 11 inches.
That's a long ways.
On the men's side, they got started with the throws, and this is kind of a testament to their new head coach, who was the throws coach. The throws took over in this Big Ten championship race because you had hammer throw for the women. For the men, they go 1-2 in the javelin, 252 feet 8 inches for Arthur Peterson to take first. Dash Sermon gets second as a freshman with a personal best throw of 247 feet 2 inches. Number 3 throw in school history to get second place at the Big Ten title or the Big Ten championships. The women's javelin, they went 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, snaps. Talk about a sweep.
Rima Otobor won it with a throw of 189 feet 9 inches. Second place was Maddie Harris, 184 feet 9 inches. Third place was Mirta Kulisic, 174 feet 3 inches. Fourth place, Aniko Serra, 164 feet 4 inches. So they went 1, 2, 3, 4 in the women's javelin and 1, 2 in the men's javelin. Throws just took over. And then on the track side of things, they posted a bunch of highlights I have to go through. Okay, so more throws. Maxwell Otterdahl got second place in the Big Ten shot put, the number 3 throw in Nebraska outdoor history.
Oh, wow.
And Jonah Wilson took the Big Ten shot put with a throw of 69 feet, 11 and a half inches, setting the Big Ten meet record and the facility record up at Indiana. Again, throws went off.
You know, Don texted in Darius, talking about Darius Luff with a 13.32 110 minute.
Oh, don't worry. I was getting
Oh,
that.
you're getting
yeah,
him
that
too.
his was like his is way.
Jeez, AD, interrupting Rico again.
No, it's all good.
No,
it's
actually,
okay, Don.
Actually, he wasn't talking when I read the text.
It's
line
okay,
what
Don.
he's supposed
Look,
to.
I'm going. I want to give, and I know some people might not like this because I'm just reading names and reading numbers, but I just want to give a shout out to everybody that won Big Ten championships in their specific events. Till Steinforth, get this. So he's a decathlete, right? So he's doing 10 events over 2 days.
That's crazy.
Plus his regular events that he's
So total, Rico, how many events are you doing? 10 plus his own.
10 plus probably 4.
Good gosh.
So a nice total of 14 events, some that he's, not the greatest at, some that he's great at, like long jump. He was, I think, in the middle of pole vaulting for the decathlon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Runs over, takes one jump. His first jump, he went 25 feet, 7 1/4 inches. Didn't jump again after that, won the Big Ten title.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, Raff, like having a conversation. Hey, dude, I'll be right back.
Hold on.
Let me go in this.
Now, what was I saying again?
let me go in the Big Ten title real quick. All right, I'm back.
Number 9 all time at Nebraska.
That is ridiculous.
I'm just like, hold on. I'm not. He's like, hold on. I know. And he was winning the decathlon. He was destroying people in decathlon.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Hey,
He was getting personal best all over. And he goes, hold on. I gotta do this real quick.
Even better, he might have been running like the 1600 or something. Veers off the track, jumps, and it goes back and running.
Back, starts running.
He's like,
finish this out now.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So yeah. Till Steinforth went and did that. And he also won the Big Ten title in the decathlon.
That's how it's done.
With a score of 8,064 points for a new school record. No big deal. He's just kind of doing his own thing. And Colby Heinrichsen. I'm probably saying his name right, and I apologize.
Not a baseball player. I don't
finished 8th in the decathlon. Axelina Johansson. Everybody knows her name. The young lady from Sweden who was all world. Big Ten champion in the shot put. School record. Swedish national record. Number 2 in NCAA history.
History?
Number 2 throw in the world this year.
Good Lord.
Wow. Read that again, bro.
School record.
School record.
Swedish national record. Number 2 in NCAA history. All of women's history in college sports throwing the shot put. She is number 2. And the number 2 throw in the world. Everybody in the world, all the women in the world throwing shot put. She's number 2
Goodness, man.
this year.
That is incredible.
By the way, her throw, they got excited. They didn't put the number. 64 feet, 1¼ inches. Just chucked it.
Like a
Again,
cannon.
throws. Took over this weekend.
Wow.
Mason Connor, Big Ten champion in the high jump. How high do you think he jumped?
Oh, jeez. I have no idea.
7 feet 11 inches.
Too high. 7 feet 2.5.
Oh, I was so close.
That is ridiculous. 7 feet 2.5.
7 feet 2.5. He'd clear Joel Embiid.
No, that's ridiculous.
Pretty
when you think
easily.
about it. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Second place in the high jump went to Tyus Wilson with 7 feet 2.5, tied for number 9 in school history. And the way that works is if you had more faults or if you had more scratches, if you hit the bar down in some previous jumps more than the other person, even if you finish at the same height, that person will win.
Okay.
So, and then Asheville Dixon got on the board and finished 8th with a jump of 6 feet 9¾ inches for the men in high jump. Going back after day 1, Nebraska men were ahead 84 points to 46 points. Minnesota was second. And the women, who ended up finishing 3rd in the conference, were up 67 points. They had 67. Indiana and Wisconsin were tied for second with 28. So it didn't have the best second day, but still, after that first day, they were on fire. Again, I just want to go through everybody and make sure that everybody gets their dues. McKaylin Moore on the men's side, 3rd place in triple jump with a jump of 52 feet and 3/4 inches, which is just triple jump is just crazy. I always feel like my knees are going to explode when I do that.
Oh, I can't even imagine that, bro.
The 4x1 finished in 40.34 seconds to get 4th place.
Dang, what was the winning time?
I don't know.
If that's 4th.
But that's moving.
Yeah, it's 40. If 40 is 4th.
That's moving.
Good gosh.
I believe so. This is off track. I believe LSU's women finished with I think like a 40 in their 4x1.
The women did.
The women.
Gotta go.
I'll look that one up and make sure. Some more throws champions. Maxwell Otterdahl finished 2nd in the shot put. Finished 1st in the discus, 192 feet. That moves him to number 8 in school history. Jonah Wilson, who finished 1st in the shot put, got 2nd in the discus, 185 feet 10 inches. So just behind. And then the 110 hurdles, as Don so eloquently told us, Darius Luff wins in 13:32 for a new school record and number 3 in the nation this year.
You know, real quick on Darius Luff, former Lincoln High Link.
Yep.
My brother Mark got to know him because he broke my brother's record at that Lincoln High. Mark had a 39.3, which in today's time, I mean, that's still fast, but today's guys are, I mean, Luff beat that. And Mark's record was there since 83. And my brother's record was there since 83. Luff, if some people may forget, he actually went to go play football first.
Yeah.
And decided, I think I'm gonna go back. Had that because I think he was burned out from track for a little bit. You know, he ran a lot. He's been running forever. But I tell you what's glad to see him come back and glad to see him as Big Ten champion.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. So that's
he's only a junior though, isn't he?
Oh, I think he's
Is he a senior?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I think
I
he's a
forget.
senior. But that's
Because with
indoor.
the COVID year and all that stuff, I get goofy.
Yeah,
and mixed
you
up.
never know.
Yeah,
That's indoor outdoor. Won the 60, win the 110s. Darius Luff doubling up there. Brithden Senior got 3rd place in the 110s with a time of 13:61. Again, that's number 3 nationally for Darius. So we'll see what happens when he goes to nationals.
I think he's only a
super
junior.
excited. Super excited for that.
Yeah, I get.
But I don't know if
when
I'm looking at the right.
when he transferred in the
junior.
goofy COVID year. So I couldn't remember. I thought he was a junior.
Yeah. Jenna Rogers, Big Ten champion in the women's high jump, 6 feet, 1/2 inch. Maddie Scholl and Brooklyn Miller finished 6th and 8th in the high jump. Just throw that out there for them as well. And then in 3rd place in the high jump, Madison Yerrigan with a jump of 5 feet 11 1/4 inches. Again, just shouting everybody out. And then a name that people might remember from volleyball, Kaylin Meyer, was doing volleyball and track, decided to stop doing volleyball and focus on track. She got 4th in the discus with a PR of 180 feet, 10 inches, number 6 throw all time at Nebraska. Betty Rosewald finishes 7th with 166 feet and 4 inches. Iva Turk finishes 4th in the women's triple jump. Valencia Williams finishes 8th in the women's triple jump. And the winner in the triple jump, Latavia Brown, Big Ten champion of the triple jump, 43 feet, 8 3/4 inches, number 9 in school history. Everybody's getting in the top 10 in school history during this meet.
That's crazy.
That's
Just some
insane,
crazy
man.
performances. The men's 4x4 finished 6th with a time of 3:09.12. And with that, the final standings for the men, 151 points to win it all over Minnesota's 122. And the women finished 3rd behind Michigan and Ohio State with 112 points.
Wow.
Damn.
You know,
Get that banner.
Don appreciate that. Don says, I'm here for the ticket track meet. Shout out to Coach Dusty Jonas with his high jumpers. Appreciate that, Don. And Chase B says, and we're worried about football, but hearing these stats are fun to listen to.
Look, everybody was zooming, everybody was chucking things far. And speaking of, you mentioned Lincoln High and track and field. Another Lincoln High alumnus who is participating in track and field at the collegiate ranks, DeJazz DeFran.
Yes, down in Florida, right?
Florida State.
Florida State.
I believe she won the 100 and 200 at the SEC meet.
Goodness. That's
But
not surprising. Her pops played for Nebraska too, man.
Donald.
Yeah.
Let me make sure that I
Didn't we have a rule
get
though? We
this
can only
right.
talk about Lincoln High once a show.
No more than rule. We have to talk about your terrible Broncos once every minute. At least we're talking. Well, the reason why, because Lincoln High is winning. Every time we bring up Lincoln High, there's winners. So you're not used to hearing that when it comes to your Broncos. It's probably an odd feeling though.
It's new.
It's new.
Oh
man.
This.
Unknown texture says, luckily she didn't come to Nebraska. I would have loved to have her here, but she was. I mean, she was cut different.
2-time ACC champion, 100 and 200, second in the 4x1, MVP runner of the meet.
As
At the
a freshman.
MVP of the ACC championship
As a
meet.
freshman.
As a true freshman.
Because I remember watching her last year. It's like, okay, her races weren't even close.
So, okay, with like NIL and stuff now, back in the day, how you couldn't take money and stuff. So they can take money now for training, and then can they compete? And how does that work?
What do you mean?
You mean
like her
pro-wise?
Can she compete as a pro, or how does that?
I mean, she can run in pro meets, but I don't think she can take money. I don't think she can be sponsored by like a certain, like a shoe brand or something like that. I don't know.
So I was like sponsored by NIL, sponsored by,
I don't know with track and field where you can participate in, some of those professional meets.
Yeah.
I believe you can participate in some of those professional
that's what I
meets.
thought. That's what threw me off.
During
I
the
wonder...
summer, because they'll run in the Olympics and then they'll come back and run for their colleges.
Trials, etc.
Yeah, they'll do all that. So I don't know.
So that's got to be good for them in a way with NIL. Now, if they do go to the Olympics and then go to college, you got to make some extra that you used to not be able to do.
Yeah.
And I know that, for instance, like gymnasts, they would go to the Olympics and they'd still have college eligibility left, and they'd be like, I ain't going back.
Right.
Not getting paid.
Right. Absolutely.
But now a lot of these Olympic gymnasts are going back
to school,
to the universities because they're getting NIL money. So
And thank you, Mark Onweiler.
Yes, Mark.
Shout out to Bella,
our
co-worker here at 93.7 The Ticket, third in the 100,
Bella.
Second in the 200 at the conference meet for Wesleyan.
Well
this
done,
weekend.
Bella. Well done. Well done. Way to represent.
Zooming.
Way to represent. Way to represent. Rico, I'm still blown away by the athlete from Nebraska, the Gillis Sweden girl. Number
Axelina?
number 2 in the world.
She
She
participated in the World Championships in Oregon a couple years ago, and she was first going into finals. I think she finished third.
Wow.
So she's the third best thrower in the world here at Nebraska.
That's wild.
And I think she's a sophomore.
Goodness,
man.
Well, speaking of throwing, Sam Stecker, who we had on our show
a
couple weeks ago, he texted me on my phone. He goes, "The ticket station employee competition. Who wins the javelin?"
No, you're not. You don't know how to throw it.
You might be surprised.
You don't know how to throw a javelin.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, Setch. It wouldn't be AD. I have no idea how to throw a javelin.
Don't throw it like a baseball. Don't throw it like a football.
Well, you keep your hand straight and back.
Because if you throw it like a football, it will go nowhere.
Yeah. I've never even picked one up before. I had no idea.
We kind of practice it. There was a time, this will be weird. There was a time for about 3 weeks where I was training to be a decathlete at UNK.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness, man. What is? I can't even. Yeah, no.
So I was learning how to do everything. Not very good at pole vault.
What makes it be more impressive? That dude from Nebraska goes out there, makes one jump at 25.
Yep.
Okay, I'm done.
Till Steinforth.
Yeah, I mean that's just I don't think people really
Check,
understand.
please.
Yeah, I think he got top 5 in the pentathlon indoors.
Chase me.
What do you say? Oh, Lord, goodness gracious.
AD, you can win the javelin if there's a picture of the Broncos all the way down at the end. You better believe I hit that sucker center mass.
Lord.
Or if I have an arm like what's his name? Who's your quarterback's name again? That I know this name, but I want to say it. If I had have an arm like Russell, though, I'd probably miss it by a mile because he doesn't hit many targets or something like that.
Wow.
Jeez. Raff, you've done this to yourself. You've made us eat Bronco green beans all day, every day, to the point we despise the taste. And
I don't
smell
know.
of them.
I had a listener come up to me this weekend and say, "Why are they so mean to you, Ralph?" I said, "I don't know. I'm a nice, innocent guy."
Okay, nice part, cool.
I would say
Innocent,
nice.
false.
Yeah, sure. Innocent,
false. Raff brings in matches, lights a fire, and then, like I said, he wonders how'd this happen? How'd this happen?
What happened? Why is everyone so mean to
Why
me?
is everyone so mean to me? Well, folks, we definitely appreciate you, Rico. We all appreciate you, Rico, for those stats because those things need to be celebrated because those are literally world records that you just listed out there. So,
dude, it's going to be fantastic to see them go through the rest of the season. And I need to see. Look, it's probably not going to happen. I need to see if there's any way that I can get me a trip down to nationals.
yes, indeed, I'd love that, folks. I'll tell you what, you're going to love. We have coming up next too. We're going to come out 10 programs that people are saying could be dangerous teams in the college football upcoming seasons. We'll see. On the other side of this break, Rico's holding it down. Again, Nick is going to be at the broadcasting state basketball here very quickly, so stay with us after 10 o'clock. We're holding it down. The ticket.
What? Shopping for insurance can be a frustrating and tedious task. Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln has a full staff of licensed professional agents who will do the work all for you. Brokers utilizes over 20 insurance companies to save their clients money. Brokers Insurance Agency will always do what is in the client's best interest and will find the best program to fit your needs. Call Brokers Insurance Agency today at 402-420-5353 to get a quote today, or find us online at brokersinsurancene.com.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
When we're looking out for a homeowner, we're always keeping their budget in mind. We try to maximize things that are important to them.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
So we really try to maximize the size because 5 years from now, you can't just make your house bigger. The one thing I can tell you is that most builders in Lincoln, we all are about the same price. The difference comes in the products that we put in and the way we put in those products.
The old saying, you get what you pay for, is pretty accurate when you're building a home. If you put nicer windows in and you put nicer cabinets, it's going to cost a little bit more. You know, if those things are important to you, then you want to do it. We can try to incorporate in your floor plan and get a house that you're going to be happy with.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Some kids worry about making the sports team. Others worry about where they'll sleep tonight. In Lincoln, 300 kids are in need of a safe and loving home. Cedars is here for them, but we do need your help. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further. I'm Jim Blue, president of the Cedars organization, and I'm asking you to go to givetolincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket, proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. So apply today at sandhills.jobs. Boom, got it.
You know, I want to say this real quick before we go any further to college basketball. If you're Ja Morant, if you're his dad, if you're his coach, what do you do at this point? Ja Morant, folks, a little background, was seen with a gun again in a video. Sip and Jake talked about it briefly. We'll talk about it briefly. My thing is, even if he does it for permit, I mean, it's not illegal what he did. But I'm like, bro, did you not learn just from a month and a half ago?
It's not illegal, but it is against the NBA's code of conduct.
Yeah, I don't get it, Rico.
It doesn't matter. See, the thing is, it doesn't matter if it's legal, if it's his and he has it legally. You cannot flash it and expect no repercussions from your place of business.
Yes, I just don't. Oh, that's a sweet jersey right there, DP. He's got a McGowan story. That's
the
that's
NBA doesn't. The NBA doesn't want to be affiliated with that kind of stuff. And even if you want to say, oh well, there are plenty of guys who the NBA knows are affiliated with gangs and this and that. They may know, but they're not out there flashing guns and flashing gang signs and doing all these things. So John Morant, pulling a gun out again and putting it on Instagram Live, even if it's not his, even if it was his friend's Instagram Live, the fact that you had it and you're showing it off, that's a problem. And the NBA is going to have to do something about it. The Grizzlies are going to have to do something about it. They're suspending him again. The season's over, so we'll see what happens at the start of next season. But he's going to cost himself a ton of money.
He already did. That bonus he missed out on.
Yeah.
What was that, 29 million?
39.
$39 million.
And he would have been up for a supermax if he would have gotten an all NBA team, but he didn't because he missed so many games.
I just look at it two ways. First off, his words seem hollow now because after it happened the first time, he said he was going
Raff, 60 days ago,
and he's going to change. And then the second thing that keeps on in my head is play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Sooner or later, something's going to happen.
His rehab was him sitting at home.
Oh, I thought he had to go to classes
or rehab classes. He was at home.
Oh,
I think with this situation here, the reason why is this: it's totally avoidable. First of all, you better check your friend circle because one of your real friends not going to be Instagram living you when you have a gun in your hand. I don't care if he has a gun. If he has a permit, that's his right to have that.
Cool.
But to your point, Rick, like you said, that's against the rules of the NBA. You
Don't
can't
show it
do
off.
it.
Don't show it off.
You just can't do it. And for something that's so avoidable, I don't feel sorry for the dude. I didn't feel sorry for him the first time.
And honestly,
I don't feel sorry for when you do stupid stuff like that and you make $231 million.
The amount of money you're making, you have enough to afford security, so you don't have to carry a gun. You can have a gun in your house for protection for when you don't have security for your own, safety, whatever. But you, as a professional athlete, do not need to be carrying that around.
But the stories like they tell, it's like they were playing basketball at his house and he got mad at some high school kid and they came out and he had a gun in his waist.
Unnecessary.
Like, what is going on here?
I don't get it, bro.
It's like you were making $200 and some million a year and you're getting upset with a high school kid playing basketball. I'm like, come on.
You hear the stories of like, there are people in there are guys in the NBA who grew up around that stuff. Who have told their friends, look, I am making too much. I am doing too much. I have too much to lose for us to be messing around like that. So either you change or you're not in the circle.
That's
there are
right.
guys who grew up doing stuff like that who, when they got into the NBA, stopped because they realized they have too much to lose.
Sanderson right here has a good point. John knew that his friend was recording IG Live. The friend is a bad influence, but don't blame him. John knew what was happening and pulled it out anyway. Exactly, Sanderson. Chase B says, this is an honest question, but it's against the NBA rules to have a picture of you like at the range or something like that.
No.
I don't think so. Something like that.
Different situation completely.
No, if you're at a place where those are,
yeah.
If you're at a shooting range and you have a picture there, that's fine because you're at a shooting range. You're not just in a car holding up a pistol.
And you know what? I still wouldn't do it. I'd rather err on the side of caution when I'm making that type of freaking money. You're not going to see me with a gun. If I'm hunting with my buddies, that's one thing. We got our kill or whatever. That's one thing. Matt Hop 84 says, as a legal gun owner, handgun owner, I would never do something like that. Handguns are protecting my home and family, maybe a grizzly bear hiking out in the mountains. Great show as always. Appreciate you, Matt. Exactly. Totally get that. Matt.
Hunting is fine. Hunting.
Yeah.
You're hunting.
But when you're sitting there in a truck and you have like a 9mm or whatever, you're probably doing a different kind of hunting and it's not right. So,
and Thomas and Lincoln, you're exactly right. If I would go hunting, I'm going to take a picture with it and won't care if I'm using it. Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that.
There are plenty of guys in the NBA who go hunting.
Oh yeah, they show them. But when you're doing stupid stuff like what John's doing, like I said, I don't feel sorry for the guy, man.
It's the same in the NFL as well. And Carson Wentz, after his rookie season, bought his own offensive line. His entire offensive line, it was either rifles or shotguns for them to go hunting.
Absolutely,
like he bought them all hunting rifles.
Absolutely,
and that's fine.
And people like that do things like this mess it up for the responsible gun owners. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that's just frustrating me. And in this day and age where guns is such a huge thing. In fact, we've had more mass shootings in this country than there's days in the year so far. Over 200. Those are the knuckleheads. It's the legal gun owners that are responsible that get a bad rap. But guys doing stupid stuff like this.
And then I was listening to the late night. Oh God, it must have been early morning. And the lady, she was talking and she's like, he just must have been really drunk and intoxicated. And I'm just like, well, that's even better. Playing with the gun drunk. And
exactly.
That's not any
I'm
better.
like, you sooner or later, something's going to happen. You hope and pray nothing happens, but he could do something that he might finish his NBA career
or someone else's life.
Yeah. And
Irreparable damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the friend, you saw the friend, and we're going to start this music because we do have to get out on time so that Nick can get his baseball game going. But it's just unfortunate. And you see he's going to cost himself a lot of money at some point.
Yeah, he is. He is. It's a thing to where he's got to make a change. Go ahead, DP.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
So I need to come to the experts because I've been in a vacuum and under a rock, but my phone has blown up with several Montreal Expos posts saying that the Expos beat the Braves 4-2. The Expos beat the Padres. Rico.
Yeah, it was Toronto Blue Jays.
Right, so you can see
That's
on
weird.
my phone. So I'm getting my usual.
Were they wearing?
The Expos are back, baby.
Right, I didn't.
They wouldn't change the name on there if they were wearing Expos jerseys, even. So
right.
I don't.
So I'm trying to figure, but it's several posts
Yeah.
from wait a minute, did we have internet when the Expos were playing?
The Expos are back.
Did we have was that a thing? Is this the anniversary of something?
No, it was yesterday. It was Braves versus the Blue Jays, and the Blue Jays won on a walk off on the ninth
But
inning.
they wouldn't have changed it to Blue Jay because it even Expos beat the Braves 4-3. Baller, Moore 6-6. Jim Harden 3-1. The Expos beat the Padres 4-3. Carl Morton. Yeah, I don't know.
That was the game we were watching.
Yeah.
I don't know. They wouldn't have put that.
The Expos are back.
Apparently.
I had to ask. I was like, wait a minute. I know I didn't bump my head. Did I get concussed messing around with UFC?
TP comes back. It's like,
UFC? Did I hit the time warp? Did I time travel back to 1990? What year was that anyway?
94, I think.
That
was our
was
last
way
year,
back.
I
I was
think.
going to say that
Right?
at least 94, wasn't
I
it?
thought I time traveled with a cell phone.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking stuff up. I had nothing about him.
Okay, so it's not me. I'm not. I didn't
Nope.
didn't get somebody put real mushrooms in my salad. I didn't digest some wacky wheatus by accident.
What am I looking at? What is this?
Am I concussed? Did one of these UFC fighters actually choke me out? What?
Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't.
It's on video and everything.
It's on the net. So okay, I feel better now because I thought wait a minute.
No, you're good.
There's been 8 posts
That's awesome.
straight to my
Just talking
phone,
about
and
it.
I'm just like,
What am I missing?
The Spos are
so
back.
Baller
I guess.
Moore. There's a pitcher named Baller Moore who pitched for the Expos. So Rico, Google Baller
Baller Moore.
Ballor Moore, who beat Jim Harden. Moore was 6-6.
Baller Moore. Okay, we have a problem. Baller Moore, born January 25th, 1951. Is an American former professional baseball player. He played in the major leagues as a left-handed pitcher between 70 and 80. He was the first player drafted by the Montreal Expos in the 69 Major League Baseball
so
draft.
they got to come.
What is going on
So
with your
time
phone?
travel, and then Carl Morton of the Expos beat the Padres 4-3. So Carl Morton.
This is wild. Your phone is a time
Carl
traveler.
Morton. Yep, he was born in 1944. He's actually dead. He died in 83.
Okay.
Hey, Carl, shout out to Carl, man. You're getting love decades later.
He pitched for the Expos and the Braves.
Yeah, he finished
He was the
14. No, he was 9-14.
He was the rookie of the year in 1970.
Yeah, 9-14.
1970.
Bruh, this is bananas.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with your phone.
That's wild.
I just, and the save that day,
Good for
the
him.
legend, one of the original firemen, Jim Marshall, who pitched for the Dodgers back in the day. But this is him with Montreal. Man.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your phone.
Yeah, look, man.
Might have to turn off and turn on. Let it sit for about 3 minutes.
Let it sit for a couple. Let it sit for a couple years.
I expect
He turns it back on to be 1960s. Come
Wait a
on.
minute. What's the doctor from Back to the Future? I expect him to come in. Marty, come with me.
Doc Brown.
Doc Brown.
Doc Brown.
Scott.
Come with me. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt your flow, but I
No,
really
that
thought
was great.
this is the weirdest thing that's happened
Your
in
phone's broken. I don't know.
Yeah.
this show's old school, man. So it's old school.
I guess.
That was heavy.
All right, we got to get to a break because we're going to figure something out
Oh.
so we can get to Nick on time.
All right, quick.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. Yes, it is time for Raff's Good Take. That's all right. You're very quick. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take right now. All right, everybody. My Raff's Good Take today goes out to the Janis family. You might not know them, but you will here in a second. I had a friend. Her name was Rachel Janis. She passed away about 3 years ago due to cancer. But yesterday was her birthday. And I just wanted to send out a Raff's Good Take out to her family, Brandon, her kids, Hadley, Cooper, and Macklin, and just want to let them know that I know it's been 3 years. We've still not forgot about Rachel. Brandon, he wrote a book called Just Do about discovering purpose, gaining perspective, and being present. It's kind of like a memoir, a little bit to Rachel, but a lot about life, called Just Do. I'll post it's at brandonjanis.com. I'll post it on my Twitter and on the accounts, but you definitely want to check it out. But I just want to let the Janis family know she might be gone, but she's still here because we love like Rachel. Got the shirt on. Boom. What's up? So, all right. Thank you.
Big shout out to Rachel's family. Very close friend of Raff's, and just continued prayers for them as they, I'm sure yesterday was not an easy day on Mother's Day for them at all. And I mean, again, Raff, thank you for doing that, man. It's an amazing family. Big shout outs to all the mamas that are out there. It was a great one yesterday. The attitude adjustment today is by Integrated Life Choices, sponsored by them. IOC is hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time, days, evenings, weekends, help ensure a meaningful life for the people you support and helping to achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply at IOC.net/careers. Folks, the AD attitude adjustment today is check your circle. I think it's fitting that we were talking about Ja and the amazing person that Rachel was. She had an amazing circle with Raff and many others. Folks, if your circle is not encouraging you, it's time to get rid of them and change your circle. And that's something you do on a regular basis. The people you surround yourself with, or they're building you up or tearing you down, there's no neutral ground. I tell the same thing to high school students. I would tell this to Ja: show me your friends and I'll show you your future. My dad would always say, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. So folks, check your friend circle. Make sure that circle is building you up, not tearing you down. There's no neutrality there. That is AD Attitudes Adjustment, brought to you by Integrated Life Choices. Folks, that was the drive with AD and Raff. Rico was holding it down in the studio. We're going to shoot things out to Nick Sandert there at the state baseball tournament. And also tomorrow, it's Tuesday. We'll be back with you. Raff, take them home.
We will talk to you tomorrow. This has been The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Keep summer green with Judson Baleen and Judson Irrigation. More than 40 years ago, Judson Irrigation started taking in orphans. Lawn sprinkler systems installed by a quickie, cheapy summer job, install them and forget them outfit long forgotten. Call Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on selected new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest.